HGB motorcycles in Ruislip. Suppliers of best Honda brand new bikes and loads of second-hand bikes from many different manufacturers. To help promote them at HGB, they've got a full set of Hornets, starting with the wonderful 500. Great if you've just passed your test. Grab one of these and have the greatest fun in your life on these. Then, if you do get bored, or you want something bigger, I've also got the red and the white CB1000 Hornets. These are the standard ones. Nothing standard about them though, they'll keep you happy. And then, what are now becoming modern legends, the SPs, with all their goodies. The lovely gold wheels, just like my Transalp, Brambos, stylish, and a bit of kit to be reckoned with. And this is the CB650R. Maybe another hop from that to this if you want something a bit more racier. So come to HGB and find them. And also at HGB we have the CBR650R with E-clutch, which I've got to come around here and show you. I've been told by the wonderful Lauren to show you off this E-clutch, and effectively sort of like a quick shift, but you've got the added, you can actually use it normal with the clutch, so you can use both ways, if that makes sense. Now at the moment they've got the red and black, but you can't have the red one because it's sold. So you can have any colour you like, just like Ford, as long as it's black. Then, if you do want a red one, and you feel a bit more brave, you can have the CBR600RR. Basically, essentially, a racetrack bike, street legal. Absolutely awesome bits of kit. Flying around the racetracks at the weekend. And the wonderful underseat exhaust. Looks stunning actually, that does. And just for something completely, totally bonkers and different, we've got a monkey bike here that's been completely tricked out. It's got absolutely everything on it. It's got all these add-ons. It's like a mini little adventure bike with extras and God knows what else. Tassels. Great fun. Right then, so here we go. For the second time, there she is. All fixed, all raring to go. And now, with a whole new swing arm, wheel, back wheel stuff, which I'll go into when we get back. But now, I'm off to Uxbridge to do some shopping. Gonna get out a jeans and t-shirt and find some stuff in Uxbridge, and we'll ride from here to there, do the shopping, go home, and in the garage I'll explain about the wheel and what's happened and why and how brilliant HGB motorcycles have been. Absolutely fantastic. car in Uxbridge. We've got the scooter. Here she is, all locked up. Here we are back at the garage. Bit of a dry throat, so sorry if I cook a bit. So, the story. A few weeks ago, 4 weeks now, although if you look at my community page, you can see what happened in pictures and words. But, so I'm going to tell the story now and give credit to HGB for what they did. As you know, I bought the Vespa from HGB. Before Dave's Day, 600 miles through there, through back. Bit of popping around doing the spannering the Vespa videos, which you can see, doing the basic maintenance. And unfortunately, my wife had to go to hospital. She's okay now, so it's good. Positive path forward. So I thought, well, I'll shake her down after we've done all the belt. I think it was after the belt I've done the drive belt, and thought I'd give her a shakedown from here down the M4 into London. So it's a 60 mile an hour stretch. It was in, and then it cuts down to 40 and then down to 20. Anyways, and all was fine, all was great. I was feeling still the judder, and I thought, okay, I've got to work on that. If you remember the judder that happened after the Dave's Day, and this is all relevant, this judder bit. And then I got to Hammersmith Hospital, Hammersmith Roundabout, sorry. Very close to the hospital, so it's going around and that funny, weird bit that does. And the rear end went, I laughed now, but at the time I was like, what the hell? And I was doing this. Like the 70s wobble. And literally, the whole wheel had come off the hub. It was wobbling all over the place. Obviously smashing the ASR ring, or ABS ring, or whatever it is. So yeah, I was eating into the swing arm, the ASR disc, or whatever it is, the ABS disc. Eating into that because it was loose and bashing. I didn't know this at the time. I subsequently analysed that was what was going on. I didn't know what was going on at the time, so I was carefully going into the hospital car park. I was parking anyway, which was great. So I was off the road and safe. That was good. So we got to see. Where's the sea? See how she was. Bought half a bunch of grapes. I proceeded to eat the others. No. So on leaving, I thought there's nothing I can do here. The whole back wheel was wobbling. Like when I was on the stand. Like here's the hands up. It was doing this. It was just doing this all over the place. Oh my God. Luckily, my insurance has a recovery, which I actually use. The same people, not the same man, but the same company. For when, I don't know if you remember, one of my videos way back when I had what did I have? The CB 125 was doing learning, wasn't it? And the wheel tyre came off. That's a left box hill. Rikers. So same company picked me up. It was great, fantastic. Brought me home. Oh well, done that. Anyway, so I took the swing arm off, and the whole wheel, as I took the arm off, just fell into my lap near enough. Unbelievable. And that's when I noticed something wasn't right. Anyway, from the previous owner. And now I'm going to show you it. So you know the ASR or ABS ring, I can't remember which one it is. Well, here it is. The old one. It's all bent now, twisted and buckled. You've seen the pictures. Here it is in the real world. Ooh. And as you notice, all the bolts snapped off. Now, the very, very shrewd eye will say they're not Vespa bolts. And they're not. The one that was left at Hammersmith was this one. It seems to be some kind of bolt with a nut case to hold. Nutcase, I've got them on probably, to hold the ASR ring screws built into one, you know. See that? So on properly, what should happen is 5 bolts for the wheel. And you check those every now and again to make sure they're up to torque. So I think it's about 26 millimeters, is it? Down below, let me know. So I'm keeping an eye on it. And then the ASR rings in its separate screw holes, as it were. Well, for some reason, somebody put these on. Okay. So they could put the ASR on there, that's just into the wheel, and then screw that in. So, you know, that would go like that, you know. And that's what's left. So it looked like, where are we? I think it was these two, I think. At the most, yeah, these two, as you can tell, I think it would show you, have got the most age to them. So they've been damaged the most because they were clean off up. But then these two here, these shorter ones, they were still left at the bottom. So what I think happened was that these were over tightened and snapped. So they were broken. So now I'm 3 bolts going up to Barrow and Furnace for Dave's Day. Right. This leads up to the wobble. And at some point, remember I mentioned when I went over one of these quite violent humps we've got in the road up here. You have to look at one of my videos. And I said, it's after that it happened. I think what happened was these two broke. And I was left with that hanging on. Still tight enough to hold the wheel on, but giving me that judder. Because obviously all this was wobbling. The back wheel was wobbling. That's going through the bike, making me think it was the front wheel. It wasn't. It was the rear wheel collapsing. Okay. That's for bloody people, A, trying to be clever, but also garages going with their flipping air guns and going way over the bloody torque and snapping things and doing that. You don't need it. You've got to say manual and then get the torque wrench onto it. Smell ya. Relax. Sorry, you can probably tell that I was a little bit still shaking a little bit actually. It was quite nerve-wracking to think that only a few minutes before the wheel went, I was doing 60 miles an hour down the M4. So lucky for me, it did go where it went. Anyways, so found out what the problem was. I phoned up HGB, said, oi. I said, no problem. Wheels fell off. They're in problem. And as everybody I've talked to, probably yourselves, they've never seen that kind of destruction before, ever. So trust me, eh? So yeah, HGB have been, and still are, exemplary in their service. Realised the fault was their issue, not their issue, it was their fault. But, you know, unfortunately, you can't tear bikes apart, put them back together again, to put them out for resale. No one ever thinks the rear wheel's going to fall off of any bike. Doesn't know what it is. and shear off, like that. Complete destruction. So, what did they do? They came here, collected the bike, had a little chat about the damage, and it's blown away. Put all the parts in. Put the parts. We actually saw it back out. Fitted it. Today, as you can see, we came with my maintenance, big wheel replace. And at no cost to me. Which is amazing. Time, yeah, okay, fair enough. I've lost a bit of time. Let's see so what we'll do. Going to make that up with all the new lifestyle videos we're going to do and journeys out and stuff. And scooter rides next year. I got him somewhere, didn't I? And as I alluded to earlier, the Grand Hotel in Brighton booked again. Ruffling into the two lot. So yeah, that's what happened. The wheel collapsed, major issue. And I just want to thank HGB, Lauren, Steve, Kevin and everybody there for putting it back together, checking it for me, making sure everything's okay, and they've looked after me. Anyway, that's enough promoting of HGB. They've done really well. Thank you from my heart. So there we go. So we've got loads of new stuff. I've been planning away like mad in this gap that I've had. What I'm going to do on the Vespa. I'm going to smarten myself up just as a general thing anyway. I'm fed up with jeans and t-shirt, so I'm going to go much more what I'm calling modern mod. A nod back to my youth when I was in the 80s and stupid. A bit less, no, more stupid than what I am now, or more or less. I don't know. Why am I stupid now? I don't know. Who cares? Enough waffle. Thank you so much for watching. Please hit the like and the subscribe. It does really help. Thank you to everybody who's been subscribing, even though I haven't put up a video for a few weeks. It's really kind of you. Thank you. And I'm wishing you well and safe journeys. Until next time.